Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you my thoughts on the Western release of Swords of Legends. This is a game that I've played back in 2019 for a couple of months. I've taught you also how to play it, and I think I have another few videos about it, at least the classes overview and the character customization. I'm going to link those in the description below for those of you who are excited about Swords of Legends coming to the West this summer. Also, I want to say that I'm sorry for not posting a video this Wednesday, but I was actually kidnapped. True story. Take a look.
Saivo-san, wake up, Saivo-san.
Dude, man, come on, man. I think you got the wrong YouTuber, man. I'm just a small YouTuber, man. Nobody watches my videos. I have 5k views per video, man. What do you want from me? Please don't hurt me, man.
Silence! Don't waste your life, Saivo-san. It's time you made some changes.
What changes, man? I mean, I'm you want me to stop playing Lost Ark? Is that it? I cannot do that, man. I've been waiting for 2.5 years and it's still not out yet, man. I just cannot stop playing that now. Amazon games and stuff.
Have you taken down the Demon Lord yet? Crushed the Ice Golem? Ascended the Doom Tower?
Okay, man. Okay. I'm gonna do it, man. Just please don't hurt me, man. I mean, okay, if you are gonna hurt me, at least just leave my right hand so I can at least play Berserker for Lost Ark release, because I only need one hand for that one. But
Silence! It's time to raid, Saivo-san. It's time to raid.
You mean Raid Shadow Legends, the free-to-play game that's available on PC but also on mobile? The one with 500 champions that can be customized to oblivion with thousands of artifacts? Raid just hit their 2-year anniversary with a load of anniversary events and tournaments going on right now. If you move quick, please use my links in the description below and you might still be able to catch some of those special events and get your hands on some free gifts and rewards. The schedule is absolutely jam-packed until the middle of April with insane anniversary events and tournaments with anniversary size prizes to win. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is click the links in the description or scan my QR code and you're gonna get a free epic champion. His name is Jotun, who is amazing for the Doom Tower. 100,000 silver, 50 gems and 3 ancient shards, so you can actually summon cool champions straight from the get-go. All of this is available for new players only, and it's gonna be waiting for you in the top right corner of the game in your account inbox.
Very good, Saivo-san. You've done well, my Padawan. You've done well.
Okay, so when do I get paid? Swords of Legends in the West, my boys. Not the game that we were waiting for, not the game that I think anyone was expecting to have coming out to the West, but it is coming, and I want to share with you a couple of pluses and minuses that I found with it. First thing that I want to talk about is the first thing that struck a good note with me, and that is the class selection screen. The fact that the game has a healer tank DPS kind of setup, and I was very happy to see that. I know that very many people like to play that healer role, that tank role, and MMORPGs who have healer tank DPS, in my opinion, have the potential to be more successful. Not saying all of them are, but they do have the more potential to be successful than the ones who don't, because there's so many people who really enjoy the healer role and the tank role. Not everyone wants to be just a DPS or a form of a DPS. Second thing I want to talk about is after you get through the class selection screen, the character customization comes after. Gorgeous, by the way. And then you're in the world, and this is the second thing that just hit me right in the face. It is so amazingly beautiful, this game, and especially the world. The way the world looks is just absolutely gorgeous. I had so much joy playing this game for the time that I did play it, just running around in the world compared to everything else that I have played. And yes, I did play BDO also, enough to judge the graphics. but Swords of Legends just absolutely takes the cake on this one. Everything is so magical in terms of looks and graphics and animations and your character and the skills, how they look and the world around you and how you glide and how your armor moves. Super, super cool. 10 out of 10. This again was something that I really, really appreciated. Speaking about looks, something that can be a plus for some people but also a minus for some others is the very heavy emphasis on the Asian style and look. A market in a town looks Asian. The whole world, the majority of the world looks very Asian themed. The NPCs and I don't know, the characters, you would really feel like you're somewhere in Asia. For some people, this might be a big plus because, you know, we love that culture. Me personally, I love the whole theme of Swords of Legends where you get teleported from my current European world to something that's bright, vibrant, that red inside on the confetti dragon and the golden theme. It was, for my eyes, just an absolute delight. I loved my time there. I didn't play it for years to know how I would feel after a few years playing that, but I'm just saying most MMORPGs have this, I don't know, Caucasian, European look to them. Not very many of them have this heavy emphasis on the whole Asian look. And for some people, I know for sure that this is a minus. Another thing I wanted to talk about is obviously the combat, which is very, very exciting. However, with a note that to me, when I played it, the combat felt much cooler in PvP content than it felt in PvE content. For some reason, which I cannot really explain, whenever I entered a dungeon or some grouped PvE instance content, I felt such a disconnect with my character in terms of how it performed. Outside in the world with mobs and in PvP arenas, 10 out of 10. Absolutely gorgeous. But in organized PvE, not so much. I always had this thought that Swords of Legends was developed somehow with PvP in mind, and the PvE was just like added as an extra block to the game later on. Obviously, I don't know if that's the case or not, but that's just how I felt. I also want to mention another sort of minus that I have found in 2019, and that is the fact that upon reaching endgame, I felt the content was a little bit thin. I didn't feel that at end game, dude, I want to be at end game because something amazing is happening there. I didn't feel that classic MMORPG vibe. It was completely different, and in many cases this is good, but in some cases this is also bad. So I felt that I kept doing the same things as I was doing while leveling up. Didn't really feel where's the juice of the game or the meat of it. Of course, since then, many things might have been changed. I'm not up to date with how the game is currently, but I'm just saying that's how I felt at that time, and I really hope that if things have changed for Swords of Legends in China, then we also in the West are going to get a more up-to-date version of the game. Lastly, let's talk about a very juicy part, which is the fact that in the last 2 minutes of the trailer, we can see the publisher of the game for the West, and that is Gameforge. And oh boy, where do I even begin? I have extensive experience, and I mean extensive, playing Gameforge games. The last 12 years of my life, I've played stuff that they have published. First, it was Runes of Magic for a couple of years, and then Aeon for many years. And even though I had fun because of the game itself, there was absolutely no fun in having a publisher such as Gameforge. And even if we leave the whole pay-to-win topic out of this video, let's just not even get into it, because we all know that Gameforge only takes upon themselves games that have the potential of being very heavy on the pay-to-win side, such as Aeon, such as Terra, etc. Let's leave that out of this discussion. Let's just talk about something that's probably even worse than pay-to-win, which is the way they treat these games and the way they treat the community that plays their games. I'm sad to say, but from my experience with them in both the games that I've played, they have a communist approach to everything. It's either their way or there is no other way at all. I really hope that Gameforge has changed, I guess I want to say, just for the sake of the community that's going to play Swords of Legends. I'm just really praying that at least for this one title, they're gonna do a normal job. Nobody expects them to do a great job like other publishers. Just like a normal job, not like abysmally bad, like they've done so far with their games. Because this game is a lovely experience, and I am an advocate of trying new things. For me personally, Swords of Legends in the West is the easiest no thank you I have ever had to say. And that is partially because of the game, partially because of the publisher. But I highly encourage people to try new things. I always say, go and try it out for yourself. Play it. Yeah, you spend a little bit of money. That's sad. But you never know when you, as a player, fall in love with something that I just don't even want to hear about, right? So because of that, that's why I also try every single game. That's why I've tried Swords of Legends, Justice Online, Ilion, etc. Lost Ark, for example. You never know when something clicks with you, and that is your game. So I encourage you to try it. However, I do believe that there are other way better titles that are a complete package coming to the West eventually. Now, if you're desperate right now for something new, fresh, which I know so many of us are, something that would make you leave your current, older MMORPG, then it's definitely worth a try. But if you are willing to wait, there's titles such as Ashes of Creation, Lost Ark, that are two very quality products, and you can be sure that the games are actually going to be tip top and worked on, loved, taken care of, and their communities are also gonna be taken care of and loved, and so on. Both Lost Ark and Ashes of Creation are two titles that I strongly recommend, worth waiting for. If you're new to the MMORPG genre and you found out about Swords of Legends, something fresh coming out, and you want to start out in the new game, I recommend again that you do give it a try if it itches. But there are currently games out there released that are proven to be quality, safe, and 100% worth playing, such as Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14, even World of Warcraft. I wish you guys lots of love. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm gonna see you really soon. Take care.